Đây là bài bài 2 nè. Cái này là bài 2 nè, có true nature là bài 2 nè. Giờ mình đọc bài 2 hay là đọc bài 3?
Đọc
Hồi
bài
nãy mình
3
đọc
đi
bài
cô.
1 rồi đó.
Đọc bài
Bài
3 đi
3.
cô.
Bài 2 nè. Đây là bài 2. Ủa đây bài 1 rồi, còn bài 3 đâu ta? Nãy mình thấy bài 3 đâu rồi?
Hello cả
Đây là
nhà.
bài
Đây
1.
cô.
Hello cô
Hello
Tiffany.
everyone.
Đây là bài
Dạ,
1 nè.
Đây là bài 1.
Dạ.
dạ. Xin chào cô Tố Vân.
Chào cô.
Dạ, chào cô Thảo Linh. Hello cô Wendy. Hello cô
Đây
Anh.
là bài 1. Bài 1 nè.
Dạ.
Dạ. Dạ cả nhà ơi, cả nhà có làm homework chưa?
Dạ, hôm nay nộp mà 12 giờ khuya
Dạ,
nộp. Cô làm xong
dạ.
chưa?
Dạ em đang tranh thủ nhưng mà trước khi đi làm nhưng mà đang nửa chừng. Dạ, em đọc với cả nhà một bài nha.
Dạ.
Dạ. Dạ, bữa nay mình đọc bài gì cô Anh?
Dạ, đang nãy đọc được bài 1 rồi, bây giờ đang nói đọc bài 3 cho để đọc với cô Vân nè.
Dạ. Dạ. Cô Vân.
Bữa nay mới vô rừng lần đầu.
Dạ. Khai trương á cô.
Khai trương, khai trương.
Dạ, vui quá gặp cô ở đây.
Sao tự nhiên cái màn hình của mình, cả nhà có thấy có cái phần trắng trắng ở dưới không?
Dạ có cô.
Có
Sao tự
cô.
nhiên nó nổi lên cái đó là sao không hiểu.
Dạ không
Chắc
sao,
giới
cô vô
thiệu
cái
của
chỗ
nó đó cô.
cô vô cái chỗ cài đặt á cô, xong tí nữa nó hết à. Cô vô cái cài đặt đấy, cô vô cái chỗ cái đấy. Em cô để 500 chứ. Dạ rồi, được
Rồi
rồi, cô
500
kệ
rồi
đi.
nè.
Dạ không sao đâu, tí nữa
Dưới nó
là
có cái
nó
phần
tự
dưới kệ
chạy
nó
à.
ha.
Dạ,
Dạ
dạ
rồi.
rồi.
Dạ.
Dạ
Dạ.
rồi. Mình chạy ha cô.
Dạ rồi.
Dạ, mình có thâu chưa cô?
Dạ rồi,
Cô
Oanh.
Quen thì thâu á cô.
Dạ Oanh đặt YouTube rồi đó.
Dạ rồi, bây giờ
Dạ, dạ.
mình phát
Vậy
luôn
em
hả
giới
cô?
thiệu ha. Vậy em giới
Dạ.
thiệu ha.
Dạ.
Okay, welcome everyone back to Ewit's Bee Racing. Today we have 5 people. We have a special guest, Miss Tố Vân, and Miss Thảo Linh, Miss Wendy, and Miss One. Today we're reading lesson
Miss
3, The
Paula nè.
Triangle
Miss
Reality.
Paula.
Miss Paula.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Miss Paula. You show up just in time. Okay, so we're reading lesson 3,
I was
The
very early,
Triangle
but in
Reality.
facilitator room, and I know what they.
Oh, you went to the wrong Zoom. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
from
so we're gonna
5:30
be
up to
reading.
now.
Yes, so we're gonna be reading lesson 3, The Triangle Reality, at speed 12 and letter side fonts 30. Okay, everyone, repeat after me. I'm on the
I'm
track.
on
I'm
track.
ready.
I'm ready.
I'm
On
ready.
the
On
track.
track
I'm
and
ready. Let's
ready.
go.
Let's go.
The triangle of
The
reality.
triangle of
Reality
reality.
is extremely precious knowledge. This knowledge can materialize the non-material, informatize, energize, and materialize anything. Even abstract concepts invisible to the human eye can become tangible, allowing people to perceive and touch them. At the same time, the triangle of reality helps us how to receive and transfer reality simply. A person knows the triangle of reality no longer go to school. They go to receive reality. If they have material, they reinforce information and energy. If they have energy, they reinforce information and material. So, what is it? Application methods of the triangle of reality. Let's find out. Introduction of the triangle of reality. Anyone among us, no matter where we live in this world, is influenced by three perspectives of view: the moral perspective, and the religious perspective, scientific perspective. Whichever perspective a person leans toward more heavily The mindset will perform according to that. However, regardless of the perspective, the
according to that view. However,
respect the
regardless of
formula
the
of the energy,
perspective,
information, material.
greatly respects the power of energy,
Two of the
information,
many
material.
laws governing human life, the law of cause and conditions and the
Two
law
of
of
the
cause
main
and
laws
effect.
governing human life,
If we
the
serve
law
a good
of
cause and
condition
meet
and the law
favorable
of
condition, we will
we
reap
serve
the
a good cause,
desired
meet
outcome.
favorable
So, what is
condition,
the
we will
cause
reach the
here,
desired
and
outcome.
how we
So
do
what is the
we serve a good
and
cause?
how do
In
we
this
solve a good
section, we
cause?
will
In this
explore the
section, we
determining
explore
cause
the
of human
determining
life according
cause
to
of
the
human
moral
life
perspective
according
of
to
the
the moral
knowledge of the
perspective
triangle of reality.
What is the
This helps us answer the
This helps us
questions
answer the question
according to the
according to
moral
the moral
perspective,
perspective.
what
What
is
is
the
the
root of our life?
determining cause of human life
Universal
according to
structure,
the moral
information,
perspective
energy, and
universal
material.
structure,
knowledge of the
information,
Everything in
energy,
this
and
world
material.
has its
Everything
own
in this world
specific
has its
information,
specific
specific energy, and
information,
specific material manifestation.
material
What
manifestation. What
information is
information is
contained
contained
within
within
someone
someone
determines
determines
that the
that the
source
source
of
of
energy.
energy. We draw a
Draw a
triangle
triangle with three
information,
corners, information, energy, and
energy, and
material. Any
material.
entity in this
In this
world
world
contains
contains
its
its
own
own
source of
energy,
energy,
its own internal
of
information
internal
structure,
information
has its
structure,
own
and
material
has its own
draw a
material
triangle with three
manifestation.
corners, information,
Example, good
example,
and bad
gold and
have
lead have
different
different
material
material
manifestation.
manifestation.
We
We
look
look
at
at
them,
them
sense the
extensively,
difference
and
when
we will
people
make
measure
sure
the energy. The energy contained is gold is different from the energy contained in
energy
lead.
contained in
Yet,
lead.
studying
Studying
further help
further,
prove
we
that
will found
internal
out
information
that
structure in
the
gold
internal information
is
structure
also
is
different from the internal
different from the
information
internal
structure of
information
atom.
structure of lead.
Similarly, for
Similarly, for
human, the
humans, the
material
material
manifestation of
manifestation of a
successful person is
person
completely
is
different from
completely
the
different from the
material
material
manifestation of
manifestation of
failed
a failed
person.
person.
This proves that the energy
The
contained
energy
within a successful person is
within a
completely
successful
different from
person
the
is
energy of a
completely
failed person,
different from the energy of the failed
because they
person.
contain different
Because they
information
contain
inside.
different information
Therefore, what
inside.
information a
Therefore, what
person contains
information a
inside will
person
determine
contains
the
inside
source
will
of
determine the
energy
source of
and will
energy
determine
and
the
will
material
determine that
manifestation.
manifestation.
Can you imagine this way? Containing information represent energy, and energy represent
Energy
material.
represents
Everything in
material.
this world has its
Everything
own
in this world
specific
has its own specific
information,
information,
specific energy, and specific material manifestation. What
specific
does it
energy,
mean
and
when you see the
specific
persons
material
manifesting
manifestation.
someone
What does
outwardly?
it mean
When
when
you
we
see the
see a
person
person
manifesting
manifesting something
somewhat
outwardly?
outwardly, it proves they
When
contain
we
a
see a
certain
person
source of energy and
manifesting
certain
something
information
outwardly,
inside
it
for them
they contain a certain
to
source of
manifest
energy
in
and
that
a
way. For
certain
example,
information
we
inside for them
observe
to
a
manifest
cranky
in that
person.
way.
We see that
When we
the
observe
facial
cranky
expression
person, we
and
see that
external
their
behavior
facial
are very
expression and
different
external
from those
behavior
of
are
a
very
peaceful
different from
person.
those
Analyzing
of a
deeper,
peaceful
the
person.
angry person
Analyzing deeper,
energy
the
manifestation
angry
is
person
different from the peaceful person's and energy
way.
manifestation.
For example, when we
Internal
observe an
information they
angry
contain
person, we
is
see that their facial
material
expressions
be
and their internal
transformed into
behavior are
one
very
another.
different
When we
from those of a
consider the
peaceful
external
person.
material
Analyzing
manifestation
deeper
of
the
material to be the
energy
outcome is the
manifestation
internal
the
information
internal
the
different
cause
from
and
the
is the
peaceful
source of
person's
energy, the condition.
material
The
different from
internal
the
cause manifested in the
internal
information, the
information
external
manifestation
energy
different.
is the
Three,
condition,
internal
and when
material
enough energy begin
the
to
cause and
together,
source
take
of energy
condense, it
consider
creates
the
the material
external
which is
and
the
internal
outcome.
material.
Obviously, we just want to change the outcome. Scientists
External
have
information
proved that all material can be transformed into
enough
one
energy begins
another.
to happen
Successfully transformed lead into gold. Oh, it
the
took
outcome
many
material
years and high cost. By changing the
the
internal
external
information structure and the energy changes, the
energy
external
begins to
material
accumulate
changes.
and
People
condense
have
to
transformed
create
red
the
cardum
material
into
which is
food to
the outcome.
condense
But
into
usually
meat
by
we
and
turn
changing
it
the
created
into the
internal
artificial
outcome.
diamonds
into
that are
Scientists have proven that
potentially
all
harder
materials
than
can be
natural
transformed
diamonds.
into one
We
another.
have
They have
achieved in this
successfully
with this
transformed
with
several
material
raw
if we
materials and
adopted
high
same
cost.
mindset
By
regarding changing
changing the
people.
internal
Example, a
information of
healthy
the raw
person and a sick
material,
person. We agree that
external
health and sickness are
material
both
changes
have
manifestation
achieved
of the
this with
outcome.
material. Can we
If we
adopt this
proceed to
mindset
change
again?
the internal information of
Example, a
sick
healthy
person to
person
the
and a sick
information
person
to a healthy
we
person,
have
then the
achieved
sick
this
outcome
person
manifestation of
energy
the
will
outcome
change to
if
the
we
healthy
proceed
person's
both
energy. The
both
material
physical
manifestation
and
will become that
internal
of
person of
a
sick
healthy person.
person.
We can change the deep-seated
Person of a
information
healthy
within
person
ourselves. We
and the
can
sick
change
person.
our life.
If we proceed
Information is
to
contained within us.
information of
If we
the
observe a
person
computer,
energy
the
and the material
information
manifestation
contained
is
inside is the operating
energy which
system.
changes
The
we can
software
change
system that lies in
and
the
then
operating
external
system,
manifestation
how its
becomes
application
our
can be installed.
or
What is the the information contained within us.
What information is contained within us?
These have pointed out to us what we know, what we believe, and what we understand is information contained within us. It is simple when anything is mentioned
Interpretation
How
cannot
we
be
know about it,
also
how
what
we
is
believe in it,
information
and
is
how we
contained
understand
within
it,
the reality.
understand the
What is
information
information to
within
us?
us.
What do you know
The
within
information
the
within us is what we know, what we believe, and what we understand. In other words, what we know, what we believe, and what we understand will determine our life reality. Use this statement sounds reasonable.
Information represents what we know, what we believe, and what we understand. In other words, what we know, what we believe, and
For
what we
instance,
understand.
in marriage, what we believe, understand, and
Does
what we
this
believe
statement sound reasonable?
and
Listen,
know
with your
determines the
parents, what we
reality
believe
of our
and what we
marriage.
know
If we
determines the
examine our
reality
marriage
of our marriage.
reality from the moral perspective, it is simply understood as what we know about marriage, what we believe about marriage, and how we understand marriage determine our marriage reality. Using the triangle of reality to interpret a person's reality. When we see someone has a reality about something, we immediately know how to know about it, believe in it, and how to understand it. We do not need to study fortune telling. We just need to conceive of triangle of reality, interpreting and taking. It let us know how to know marriage in a certain way, how to believe in marriage in a certain way, and how to understand marriage in a certain way. Can predict their marriage reality. Someone currently has an example marriage reality, as we know, believe and understand is an unfavorable direction. Is the source concept based on the triangle of reality can interpret everything in life. What we know, what we believe, and what we understand in the language of triangle of reality is called the source concept.
We hold our mind to interpret our
The
reality
source
and shape its
concept we hold in our minds
This means that
determine our
everything
reality and
that
shape
the source
that
concept we hold
direction.
about will represent
This means
the reality is
when something
determined
is mentioned, the source concept we hold
must be
represent our reality
no
concerning that thing. A concept must include all requirements, know, believe, understand to be called the source concept.
Example, what is a person's source concept
Source
about
concept about peace and joy.
how do you know about peace and joy?
Example, what is the person's source concept about peace and joy? In other words, how to learn about peace and joy, how to believe in peace and joy, and how to understand peace and joy determines the reality of peace and joy. Anyone who contains many favorable source concepts within them will have a good reality. Based on a person's reality, you can trace it back as follows. Trace back as follows. A person who currently has an unstable reality means they are holding unfavorable source concepts. Persons who has a good reality or reality is the desired direction. Direction means they are holding favorable source concept. Source concept about finance. So how do we change our reality about something? It's very simple. Wants to change their financial reality to change what we know about finance and what we understand about finance. In other words, we change the source concept of
Whoever wants
finance,
to change
we
their
change the
reality
reality of
in this
finance.
perspective, only need to change what they know about health
Whoever
reality.
wants to change their health reality from this perspective, we only need to change what we know about health, what we believe about health, and what we understand about health, and the health reality will change. In other words, we change our source concept about health and we change our health reality.
In general, all of our life reality are determined within the interpersonality of reality direction. We need to
In
change the
general,
source
all of our
concept
life reality are determined by our source concept. To change reality in a positive direction, we need to change the source concept toward a favorable direction concepts to master. Therefore, the first three concepts we need to master completely are scientific perspective with the knowledge of the formula for the roots of life, nature's belief perspective with the knowledge of the structure of human being, moral perspective with knowledge of triangle of reality, and love method.
reference. The source concept of the source, those most foundational basic
Frame of
requirements for
reference.
concept is called a frame of reference. When the source
The source concept of the source, those most foundational, basic, and primal source concepts is called the frame of reference. If the source concept of the source is an unfavorable direction, it is called the standard frame of reference. From the standard frames of reference, we will be able to develop the source concept. There, we will change the information within us toward the most positive, the more positive, more enlightened direction. What's within us, according to the moral perspective, is the source concept within us. This cause within
But
us,
within us,
according to the
according to
moral
the moral
perspective, is the favorable source concept
we
within
will be
us.
able to
Present the frames of
favorable
reference.
concept on
With frames of reference, we have just explored our three major frames of reference that help us interpret the cause of all matters.
is a concept within us, and
First,
calculate
according to the formula for the water of life, as anyone that on this formula we can interpret everything in life. Second, we cannot interpret it using the formula for the water of life, we use the structure of human beings to explain everything. This explains even why we choose our carbon according to the source of being. It is based on our total carbon number. Third, we are according to the anyone who starts to complain and blame the parents or relative lacks the perspective of religion, belief, and the structure of human
use the
being.
structure of human being to
If
explain
you have the
everything.
total karma, you must be born
Even
into the
when we
family.
choose our
And being born
parents,
into the family means you must suffer oppression or sorrow from your parents or relative. Only then will it align with your total karma. Merits and virtues would have been born into a different family because your total karma is you are compelled to be born into the family. Ordinary with all understandings to realize that it is a time for enlightenment about human life. Immediately, we no longer blame family members.
parents
Yes, we have to bear our total karma as it is. The gaining insight. Gaining insight to change our state of awareness to change our total karma. Perspective of the timeless reality, how to know what belief and what we understand represent our reality. There is nothing more marvelous than changing what we know, what we believe, and what we understand to change the reality of our lives. The three frames of This belong to change the person's reality, to change the person's reality. We change the source concept, change electromagnetism within a person by accumulating merits and virtue, and change the mental imageries and their change life and then the life will change. If someone asks us for advice on changing their life, advice to give, we must help them understand what creates the root of their life, what creates the root of a person's life. First, priority to interpretation is according to the scientific perspective. This is created by every mental images you put about that thing. Either the meaning of the image within your mind determine your current life. Second thing is that your energetic vibration frequency determines the material level your perceive of life. The third thing is in the concept you hold in your mind that determine your life reality. To change mental images, you must accumulate memory and virtue to change the energetic vibration frequency. Simultaneously, is a study to change the source concept in our mind, and then life will change, receiving and transferring reality with the triangle of reality. With someone who has a good reality about something we desire, person gives us the source concept about that, meaning they let us know, how they believe, and how they understand it. Then we will acquire the same reality as them. If we want to transfer reality to others, we only need to let others know how we know about it, how we believe in it, and how we understand it for them. In other words, we transfer the source concept of them, and they will have the same reality as us.
Concept about that
How
thing.
we know about it.
How they believe and how they understand it. Then we will find the same reality as them. And if we want to transfer the reality to others, we only need to let others know how we know about it, how we believe in it, and how we understand it for them. In other words, we transfer the source concept to them, and they will have the same reality as us.
15 phút ạ cô.
Dạ.
Bao nhiêu ạ? 15 phút. Dạ rồi.